And welcome back to the Nick and Jeff show. I'm Nick.
I'm Jeff.
And today we are going to talk about what's the best way to describe it, Jeffrey? Our favorite amiibo, the best amiibo, the coolest amiibo, all that sort of stuff.
I'm just gonna call it Amiibo story time.
Amiibo story time. Okay, I like that. I like amiibo story time. Sounds like a Mario Galaxy story time.
Oh yeah.
But before we do that, we have the normal flow of things. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow the channel. We are so close to 1,000. But apart from that,
We are that close. And actually, we always tell people to leave a comment when we get to the end of the video, and no one's gonna get to the end. So leave a comment now. Let us know what do you think of Amiibo? Are they still relevant? Are they still fun to collect?
yes,
Do you have any crazy stories?
yes,
Let us know.
yes, and we'll always read your comments on the next week's show. So definitely,
Yeah.
at least, we say that until we have 1,000 comments. But until then, we love you for commenting. And yeah,
Last week, Nick, we went and saw Sonic.
yes, we
And
did.
I had a few friends all talk about it actually. But
Yeah.
another one from my brother, he can be first.
Yes, yes, I did see his
He
comment.
said, he said he went to go see Sonic at the drive-in, and
Yeah,
then he liked it, and he fell asleep, and he missed when Sonic went Super Saiyan.
I know, right? Like,
That's the best part.
like the coolest part of the movie, and you missed it. But whatever. Yeah, I guess you could maybe YouTube it, right?
I didn't love Knuckles, but LL, he said Knuckles reminded him of Drax the Destroyer.
Yeah, absolutely. When I read that comment, a little light bulb just ding in my head. I was like, "Yep, super strong, kind of stupid, kind of ignorant." Yeah,
Doesn't understand Earth stereotypes or
Yeah.
Earth culture,
yeah, but
cultural references, whatever they're all. Earth customs.
yes, absolutely. But LL 100%, definitely red Drax.
And then art by Carlo Angelo, he said he had to skip it, but he watched the first half. He watched our spoiler-free half
Yes.
of the review
Yes,
because he wanted to go see the movie himself.
which is good. It's always good.
Oh, and I forgot to hit read more. But yes, he definitely agreed. Jim Carrey was very Jim Carrey-like.
He's so good, and I hope that he said in some interviews that Sonic might be his last movie, Sonic 2. So hopefully there's at least the third one, and then I'm happy for him to stop. But I don't know, he's got to live his own life.
And then Carlo, he also mentioned he called us out. We didn't know what actor did what, and then not the original Tails, but a very common Tails voice actor who is a woman
Yes,
voiced Tails.
yes, oh, that's good. Yeah, it sounded so familiar, but I don't know where I've heard it. If it was like Sonic X or one of the dozens of Sonic games I've played, but whatever.
It sounded just like Tails to me.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it actually. I like doing the movie reviews with the flow of things, how we answer the questions and then do spoiler free. And I think because a lot of people have listened to the spoiler free stuff, and then some people have still messaged me being like, oh yeah, then I came back for the spoiler stuff, and I agreed with this, and I agreed with this, and I'm like,
That honestly, that's why I kind of like doing these podcasts with you, because when I consume content, right,
mhm.
I either want my own opinion validated or I want to hear what other people have to say, and you might not have that best friend
Yeah,
like we do
yeah,
to talk about it. And we found that if we saw the movie together, cool, great, but when we see it separately and come back, it just makes it feel that much more exciting and like
it
I
does,
like
doesn't
movies
it?
again.
It does, doesn't it? Like it is. And also it's also. I mean, like I love going to the movies by myself, and I think you've sort of started to see the appeal in just like setting aside some time for yourself to just be like, "Yep, I'm going to the movies. I'm going to go see a movie by myself." Like you're enjoying it, aren't you? The solo.
Oh yeah, only with snacks. Like if I didn't have snacks, it'd be over.
Yeah, I like every time we've done like, oh, we're going to do a talk of a movie review. I go get some sushi beforehand. I get myself a bubble tea, and I walk into the movies and I sit down with bubble tea, and I just, it's so good.
You made a mistake. Also, Nick, I hope you don't need to go have another bathroom break this podcast.
Well, before we started, we were sort of testing the mics and everything for a good half an hour, but we should be good. That's all right.
No bubble tea here.
Yeah, podcast editing magic. I got no drinks tonight. We can power through. But
So Nick, we're on a time limit because we have multiple screens tonight.
yes, absolutely. It's something different for Nick and Jeff, but I'm excited.
I was just gonna say, this is Nick versus Jeff. Oh, it used to be Nick versus Jeff, and my screen versus yours today. Like it just looks way better.
I mean, I could have gotten a piece of paper and done a whole background box thing, but I don't care enough. Mine doesn't need to be I mean, it does look nice with your little animated screen, but look at that ugly cord hanging in the background. Oh.
I know. Sacrifices have to be made. Actually, I could fix it, but I won't.
Anyway, let's get into it. I don't know why I've picked this amiibo as my starting amiibo. I think just because it was so so chunky. It's like big, and I didn't even play the game. I just like it. The amiibos cost me.
That's the Monster Hunter Rise.
Yeah, buying those 3 amiibo cost me like 50, $60, and I was like, well, I'm either gonna buy the game or I'm gonna buy the amiibo. I'll buy the amiibo. And
I think there's 3 Octo expansion ones. You know, you buy the Octo expansion pass for like $30, I think, maybe.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I'm pretty sure these would have to be $50 at least.
Wow.
Like, because there's 3 amiibo here, right?
Yep.
And they're $20 each, Australian.
Yeah.
Usually, or now they are.
Yep.
So that's at least it's got to be 50 if it wasn't $60.
Are these ones exclusive to Japan? Because I feel like I have all the. No.
No, I got them here.
Oh, okay. I feel like I have most of the Splatoon ones, but I think I have one that you don't have actually. One from Japan. But you also no.
Nick, I was gonna say, I've got that one now.
Oh, you've got that one now. I was gonna say, is it?
I don't know if you can tell the difference in the colors here, but I definitely have that one. And then there's the default one's green.
Yeah.
And then I just think
I've got that
the
one.
Splatoon amiibo, they just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I love them. I think they're great. Like or at least the octopus ones. Not so much the Inklings themselves, but I like the octopus ones and like the effects of the water and the sploosh and yeah, very very cool.
When you combine them to get just see how tall they get, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so cool.
It is very cool. Let's see. I don't know.
But Nick, so we're getting ahead of ourselves. These are some pretty late released amiibo.
Mm.
What did you think of amiibo when they first got announced?
Oh, that is a good question. It's a loaded question. Super excited. The first wave was, how many was in the first wave, Jeffrey? Was it like 12?
I reckon 13? 10? 12? Yeah, 12 sounds all right.
I want to say 12.
We didn't do our research.
Yeah, and when they first started, you were like, no, I'm just gonna get the ones that I want. Like in the first wave, you got like 4 or 5 maybe, and from the first wave, I wanted like 9 of them. And so at that point, I was like, oh, if I'm getting 9, I might as well just get the other 3. And so I ended up buying the whole wave. And then I think my enjoyment came from your panic after the first round after the first round was released. I'm like, yeah, I bought them all because I'm a sucker. But your experience was a little bit different because you only bought like 3 or 4, and then you're like, everyone wants these, I must have them, and Nick got them too.
Because you're right, I only wanted a few, right? And I thought I only want the cool Smash Brothers characters I actually like, because I'm not gonna have time to collect them all. And then I think maybe it might have been around Christmas time. Because I don't know if they because Smash Brothers for 3DS came out like a couple months before the Wii U version came out, and I can't remember where the Amiibo slid into that. And I remember I got Smash Brothers for Wii U for Christmas, and like along with some Amiibo, so I didn't want to like buy them all because I wanted to let people have gifts, right?
Yes.
To get for me, and so I didn't get them all, and then
silly.
Yeah, that was a stupid mistake.
Yeah, well,
but then obviously I've got them all now. So
yeah, true. I mean,
there's a few stories in there, but
absolutely. Okay? So out of the Amiibo, actually, I want to ask you this as well. Are there any? You said you've got them all, but there's some that you don't have. Which ones? Which ones did you not buy?
I have a list on my phone. Actually, I don't have the giant Detective Pikachu.
No, I don't need that.
I could have easily got that in Japan, but I chose not to.
Yep.
The giant woolly Yoshi.
Yeah, no, we don't need that either. That's not an Amiibo. It's too big.
I don't have the Dark Souls one. The rest of the Shovel Knight one.
There's a Dark Souls one?
Yeah, there's a Dark Souls one. Praise the Sun guy. I don't know, whatever his name is.
Oh, right.
And then, what else don't I obviously don't have many of the Animal Crossing ones because I did not care for Animal Crossing at the time.
The only reason I have those is because I bought them when I walked into EB and I didn't want them either. I didn't care about Animal Crossing. I bought them when they were like $4 each, I think. So I bought like 10.
Oh, that's cheap.
Like $40. I think I got the whole set, which I was like, I'm happy. I'm super happy with that.
I had to get this one because it was cheap.
Oh, I don't have that one.
It's part of the Mario set. And I'm like, I didn't need them because I don't need 2 Diddy Kongs.
Yeah.
But then eventually I'm like, $8, and they're normally like, 15.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'll get that. and I had to get the. Oh, yeah, I've got them here actually. I had to get the companion Donkey Kong one because they just looked. They look so
Uh,
perfect together.
wow. See, that's I don't have those two. That's part of the set. Yeah, when thinking about the ones that I don't have, I got a couple random ones from Japan that I don't have. But yeah, it was buying the double sets of things where things sort of started to get a bit muggy for me. I was like, oh, I've already got a Smash Brothers Luigi. Do I need just a Mario run like Luigi?
Yeah,
I,
like no,
I
you
bought
don't need.
from that run. I bought the Goomba. I bought the Koopa because I didn't have. They weren't
I didn't
characters.
get Goomba, but I think I've got Koopa.
Goomba
Yes, I've got Koopa and I've got Toad.
Goomba
But Goomba's so
absolutely.
boring. I'm like, eh.
He absolutely has been used. Someone in the world has used him as a butt plug. I guarantee it. Just look at that
There
thing.
is an article of um, Amiibo as butt plugs.
Oh God.
There really is.
Oh. But the one I didn't actually know you had those Donkey Kong ones, so that's super cool. I'm very impressed. And also disappointed that you now have two Donkey Kongs and two Diddies. But I digress. I wanted to show this one off in my non-rotating stand because this is an amiibo you don't have because you gave it to
I
me.
yes, I think there is a big story behind these ones.
Yes.
So, I've been to Japan, and at the time, all the Monster Hunter Rise
Yes.
amiibos were exclusive, and they like take them off, like show the audience that they switch.
Oh yes.
But basically, I don't like Monster Hunter, so I didn't want to collect the. Not that I don't like Monster Hunter, I don't have time for Monster Hunter.
You will one day.
Um, you know, I was in Japan and they're exclusive to Japan, so I wanted to get them for you. And then I didn't do any research. I just knew Monster Hunter Amiibo, and I had to try and find them all. And then I went to all like these big camera stores,
Yep.
all these electronic stores, to get them all for you. And it turns out, oh, and then there's times I didn't take a photo of ones I had bought. I'm like,
Yep.
oh, have I got this one already? Like,
Yep.
is it back in the suitcase? Like, I don't know. There's
Yep.
only one left.
Yep.
But then I got them all except for the little cat. I didn't
Yes.
know
Yes.
the little cat, and the cat was so ugly and not part of the rest of the set anyway. I'm like,
Yeah.
don't need that one at all.
And I mean, I still have one of the cats that came with like the triple set that I got with the big one that you saw before from Monster Hunter Rise. So I still have that one.
That'd be a different cat, right?
He came with the dog. Well, he has like a scarf or a bandana on or something like that. But yeah, it's been so long since I played a Monster Hunter now. I can't remember what they're called. Feline? No, I don't know. They're called something. But yeah, so I really like those ones. So there's maybe half a dozen of them that all ride
I think
different.
there's five.
Is there? They ride different wyverns and like the Rathalos, the Raytheon, the Barioth, the ice one here. Yeah, like I absolutely love them, and it was a nice little surprise. You came back from Japan, like, hey Nick, and I was very much, my heart was just sort of melted when it was like, wait, you got the amiibo for me, but you don't have them, especially because this was around the time when we were still kind of like, oh, there's a new wave coming out. Oh, gotta get to the shops and get them, and like
We'll save that story in a minute. Yeah.
the want and need to have them, and you gave me ones that you didn't have, all just because you know how much I love Monster Hunter. So my heart was very much like, oh,
Apparently not that much to play Rise.
oh really? That's right. Yeah, true. Well, anyway, I'm not taking that bait. We're moving on. So you've put up the 8-bit Mario, the colored one. Do you don't have the non-colored one, if I remember correctly?
Here.
Oh yes. Well, Jeffrey, so if you're listening to us on the podcast,
I did. I can't quite remember, but I think I'm like,
he does have them both.
I do not like. Sorry, my microphone will probably be all over the shop.
No, you're good.
I don't like the original 8-bit Mario colors, right? I'm like, ugh, no thanks.
Yeah.
I didn't want it. I have both. Why do I have both when I don't like? I don't like this one.
I have both as well, and it's just because like we're suckers for some things, I don't know what it is. We are just Nintendo fanboy suckers. That's it.
And I just don't know why. I can't remember. I think maybe one came with Mario Maker, possibly.
Yeah, maybe.
One says something about the 30th anniversary. But...
Yeah, that's the 8-bit original 8-bit Mario. Yeah, I couldn't tell you, but like I bought them as well. I think I have the Link one as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have the Link one
Oh, wow.
because I'm just not a fan. And you know what? I haven't finished the original Legend of Zelda.
Oh yeah, well that's the thing. I have done that. Actually, speaking of Zelda, there's one that I think you don't have.
Oh no, got that one.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I got that
Oh,
one.
is that the only one that you? Because that, so if you can look at the base, they released another. They released a Mario series and then they released a Zelda series. So this isn't from the Smash Brothers series. This is from the Zelda series that they released. And from memory, you didn't buy. Did you buy them all, or did you just buy this one? Did you just buy Young Link?
Um, I think I bought that one. I really like that one.
Okay, good, good.
But I think what gets frustrating, right, is they sort of become the same. Like, you're right. Like, there's two Peaches. There's like 7 different Marios. Obviously, there's like 8 different Links.
Yeah.
At least the Links have different poses.
Yep.
Like, barely. But I think there was a Splatoon Smash Brothers one and a Splatoon, like an original Splatoon one. And the poses, like, are nearly the same.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so disappointing.
Yeah, that's why like I got like I just brought him up again, but like Luigi, the Smash Brothers Luigi, and then the Mario Run Luigi. I'm like, I don't need another Luigi. I don't need another like Mario's got the fireball. I don't need another Mario, apart from the 8-bit Mario's and the cat Mario's.
Didn't you buy me the silver or is it the gold Mario?
I did buy you the gold Mario,
and it's the same pose, just in a they just put in a gold resin instead.
Yeah, I remember this one was one of the scariest ones to get because they announced it as like a limited edition Mario, gold and silver Mario. And my ex-wife came to the shops with me and I bought one gold Mario and she bought the other one so, to give to you. But immediately they were selling for like $400 on eBay. Like the gold and silver Mario. Yeah.
Should we go to the most expensive Amiibo, Nick?
Okay. Yep. Yep. I agree. Yep.
I mean, we have a few Amiibo topics, but actually, I'll have to try and timestamp it, Nick.
That's okay. So yeah, okay. What is your most expensive Amiibo?
Well, I missed out on Little Mac, and I think I missed out on Ike.
Oh, Ike as well.
Andrew got me Ike for Christmas or birthday or something like that, and I think he paid like $90 for it. And I think it was around my birthday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, look, he knows I'm on the Amiibo hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd already bought it. And I'm like, look, they've released like a second, not a second wave, a second release, added more stock or whatever, like a couple of weeks, like a month or 2 later or something after that well and truly sold out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and he's like, I've just bought it for you for like $90.
That's a good impression of Keats.
But yeah, the Little Mac one, I think he paid $190, and that was probably just from my own stupidity of like, yeah, I'm not going to collect them all. I just want the ones I want.
Yeah,
and I missed out on those first or second waves.
And Little Mac ended up being the most expensive of Macs.
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And he's so little. He's so little.
Like I don't know which of my Amiibo is worth the most now, because like I said at the time, the gold Amiibos were selling for $500. They were selling for $500 on eBay.
Yeah.
But one that was bought for me that I did not pay for, that is the most expensive Amiibo, is the Samus.
Oh, yeah.
Is the Metroid Other M one that they released for 3DS.
Is there a story to tell about this one? Or
oh yeah, there's a story. There's absolutely a story.
One to share or one not to share?
Oh, absolutely, I'll share that story. You know the story. That's what I'll share it.
I know the story. I'm not happy with this.
But it was another one of those things. Metroid was coming out, and I'm like, nah, I already have a Smash Brothers Amiibo Samus. I don't need another Samus. And then I came over and saw.
But it's so much better, isn't it?
I know. Well, I came over and saw yours, and I'm like, if you have the Smash Brothers one, she's crap. Then you look at go get the Smash Brothers Samus. But, like, look at this. It's hard to with the camera, but like, she's so detailed, and she's bigger. She's stocky. She's in a way cooler pose. The cool like Samus S bottom symbol. Absolutely.
It's so funny. Like, I'm not going to get up and get my Amiibo one by one because I don't want to put them back.
Yes.
now, now I can't help myself.
Can't help
I'm
it.
like, yeah,
Yeah. Like
it's pathetic.
it is like the first run of Amiibo. So like some of them are just crap. Anyway, this one. So I didn't buy it, and then I came over and saw yours, and I'm like, oh, that Samus looks awesome. I wish I bought it. And then I tried looking online, and they've ever since that first run, they haven't done a second run of this one, and they've been on eBay for about $200. And I've
200.
Mm,
And like, so you've got the squishy one as well, right?
I do. I've got the squishy one as well.
How like did they not come in a double pack, or they must have been single?
I think they did come in. They did come in single packs. That's how I got this one. I think that.
I think it's per region. Like I think regionally they change it. Sometimes it's like you can only buy the triple pack, or you can buy them individual.
But yeah, I didn't buy it. And like maybe every 3 months of my life since Metroid Other M came out, I would look on eBay to see, or like Marketplace, and just do a quick little Google to see how, if one was cheaper. Because I'd pay maybe $50 for it, not 200. Anyway, I told this story to a girl that I was seeing in maybe September last year.
I sure hope she's still subscribed to our channel, Nick.
I'm pretty sure she's not subscribed anymore. But yeah, like lovely girl. But she was one of those ones that 3 weeks into seeing her, she was like, I love you. And I'm like, are you serious? Ladies out there, if you're watching, if you start seeing a guy, don't tell him you love him 3 weeks in. My goodness. Because
I think it's because you're a catch.
Oh, man.
You're a homeowner. Got a good, secure job, got it all together.
It's too much.
Not drug effed.
Like 3 weeks in.
They want to secure those goods.
Don't tell someone you love them 3 weeks into knowing them. My God. I remember with Angel too, at one point she was like, do you love Jeffrey more than me? I'm like, yes, of course I do. She's like, how could you say that? I'm like, well, you've been around for 6 months. Jeffrey's been around for 30 years. What do you expect? Like, anyway.
Andrew doesn't get jealous of you or anything like that, but he's like, if Nick was gay, I wouldn't have stood a chance.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and so like I told her this Amiibo story that I missed the first run, and then 3 weeks in she's like, I love you, and I'm like, this is too much. I think I need to hit the eject button. And then she rocks up at my house a couple weeks later. She's like, oh yeah, I bought this for you for Christmas. She bought me a $200 present after only knowing her for like 2 weeks. I was like, girl, what are you doing? And I thought she was going to maybe take it back to the shops or return it or resell it or something like that. And I was like, yeah, don't. And she still brought it over and gave it to me. I'm like, why? She's like, oh, I bought it for you. I want you to have it. I'm like, okay. Ugh. And so now I have it. So that is my most expensive Amiibo. I've never paid more than the retail price for an Amiibo until this one. It's just like, it's just forever going to be a reminder of her on the wall. She was lovely, just too much too soon.
I think what made Amiibo so exciting for me at the start is obviously the Smash Bros. Ones released in waves, and it was the thrill of the hunt, because I'm like, nah, I don't want to pre-order them. I just want to like go to the store and get them. And especially because, EB charge, they're like Amiibo is like $23 now. Yeah. So like at the start they were like $12, right? Yeah,
because you price
$12 a big W, but EB was like, I'm gonna charge $15.95. I'm like, I want to save my $3. I'm not pre-ordering through you. No, I'm gonna walk up to Big W on the day and get it. And then I'm going to go to 3 Big W's, and then JB Hi-Fi, and then EB as a last resort, because, oh my God, they've sold out, and I've missed out, and I need to buy them.
Well, I had to, that's the thing, because EB, I had no problem buying with EB, but as soon as pre-orders went up, the pre-orders sold out pretty quickly. And so I pre-ordered the ones that I could, and the ones that I couldn't, I was waiting outside the door for Big W at Kmart, JB. As soon as they'd open, I'm like, I'd run in and be like, I need these Amiibo. These are the ones I don't have.
It wasn't like embarrassing, but like it must have been like wave 3 or wave 4, and I was at Big W, Strathmore, and I'm like, you see these other macho men, just like me. I'm like, okay, they're after the Amiibo, but then like there's like some mother-like figures, and you're like, like are they just waiting for the Big W to open to get something? Like they're not going for the Amiibo too, are they? Like they can't be. And then you watch us just all like walk in slowly up to the back towards the video games are.
Yep.
And then you're like, oh my God, they're running.
Yes.
I'm going to run too.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And the hunt to get them was just, it was thrilling, but it was it was anxiety and stress, wasn't it? And then once you got it, once you had them in your hands, you're like, yes, mine, my precious.
I remember one guy bought two. I'm like, are you serious, man?
Yeah,
Like,
I hated those people. Those people. That's the thing. People that were buying them to sell them. Ugh, just go die in a hole. I can't like. Ugh.
well, Nick, I have never sold an amiibo. I actually have two Olimars. I have two Lucinas.
Oh.
Because I really like those characters. Oh, and I've got two Duck Hunts because I wanted to have them at work.
Oh, right. Oh, that's nice.
As just like little desk figures.
Okay, well, there's probably people out there that hate you for having two, but okay.
But yeah, so I've, maybe that is worth money one day, maybe not.
Maybe.
Oh, and then I accidentally have two of the, what are they?
Oh, yeah.
The newest Metroid ones. That was a bit of a stuff up.
Yeah.
But that one's still in a box. Obviously we don't keep them in boxes. I don't have room. I don't want that.
There was a story behind that, but we'll skip that story. I want to know why you've put the Ice Climbers one there.
I just something different. And then I got this one from, I didn't pre-order it. I think it was King K. Rool, the Ice Climbers, and one other one. And it was when I was in New York, and it was snowing, and I went to the Nintendo World Store in New York, and I'm like, I got all three, and it was just so exciting.
Right.
Like, I got these cool things, and then I really liked the Ice Climbers because, remember at the start, they had, like, the P-Link stand.
Yeah.
The clear stands, and, like, they sort of leveled up, and they gave this one, like, a really nice stand to make Nana or Popo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, high in the sky, and it wasn't a clear stand. It was, like, really cool.
Yep. I'm putting on the screen now. I sort of sifted through my three favorite amiibo for their design. I think these three are probably my three favorite ones for design. I thought you would probably pick Joker as well. If do you have three?
I forgot all about him, but he's got the blue flames, right?
He's got the
not a clear stand. They thought about it.
Yeah, he's got
more effectively.
Those really cool blue flames coming out everywhere. They look like so much thought put into this one. Do you have three favorites you can think of while I sort of vamp about these ones? The Zelda one, the texture and the
I really like the Zelda one's amazing.
The texture on the bird, the detail on the bird just feels so nice. It's so like the Loftwing just feels so good, and the tiny little details on Zelda's little skirt or whatever that, and her belt and everything, her necklace, everything is just like so nice. But the texture on the bird on the Loftwing is just so good. And this one is.
So Nick, the Zelda one was actually $30 Australian, I think, maybe 35.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, it was expensive.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But I'm like, you get two figures, it's not too bad.
Yeah, that's just that's fair. But yeah. Oh, and I grabbed the Cat Mario as well, just for texture. I think he feels.
I was gonna put the Peach one.
Yeah. The texture.
It's such a really cool combo, and then I think I really like the wedding Bowser. Like, he's just so thick, so heavy, so detailed.
Yeah. I feel like if it was Phoenix Wright, he could be a murder weapon.
He shimmers, right? He's got like glittery sort of something else on there. And then, the other one I had here is, wait till it spins around all the way.
Yep, Cat Peach, marry me, Bowser. Yep.
Unfortunately, my dogs ate Poochie's tail.
Oh no!
It fell down one day.
Oh no!
And then it is like it is a dog toy in the shape of a dog. So Poochie's tail has got eaten. I think it's frozen. Oh no!
No, you're good.
Oh, it's good. Okay, it's just my screen. Yeah, I like. He just looks so good. And when you compare him, not compare him, add him with all the yarn Yoshis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I had to get all the three colors. Like, I didn't need them.
Me too. Yep, absolutely.
But and that game, Nick, the functionality in that game was so good.
What did it do?
It gave yarn Yoshi like whatever amiibo outfit. So there was like at the time maybe 50, 60 outfits for yarn Yoshi, and that was compatible with every single Smash Brothers amiibo.
Oh wow! See, I'm looking for it on my table. I thought I brought in one of the yarn Yoshis, but I think like as far as amiibo go, they are definitely unique compared to the rest of them, right? They're like knitted and they're squishy and they're soft and they're lovely. What a great amiibo! I want to know, what is your favorite amiibo for functionality? What, like, the coolest thing that they did in game?
Well, I was going to say, I honestly think Yoshi's Woolly World is probably the coolest thing because it worked for every
Really?
single one. Like, it was a
Really?
costume for every single piece of DLC you've bought,
Right.
right, at the time,
Okay.
except for Pokemon.
Okay. I mean,
Like, I think that was the coolest. Honestly, I don't think this is a negative, I guess, but there hasn't been like an amiibo game. Like it hasn't been one like Skylanders. Not that I like Skylanders or Disney Infinity, but like we have all these toys and figures,
hmm
and I mean they're toys and figures to us, right?
Yeah.
They don't really do a lot
I'm
of cool
still.
stuff.
I agree. I'm with you. I'm there waiting for Nintendo to announce the Amiibo game where you can. Like, it's probably going to be pretty basic as far as combat
I don't
goes,
think it'll
but
ever happen.
I don't think it'll ever
But
happen either. But as far as functionality goes, I'm surprised you didn't mention it. The
oh, Wolflink.
Wolf Link is my favorite one. Like, it was probably the coolest one to, like, you play Twilight Princess to get him to full hearts in that little new section. That was cool. But then having a wolf in Breath of the Wild to go around with you, and he'd eat. You could feed him meat, and he'd attack enemies for you. And like, when I played Master Quest, I used him all the time. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
go my little wolf, help me out. It's so good.
I think Breath of the Wild probably is the best game because there is all these Zelda amiibo, right?
Yep.
And then you got whatever the items, like Wind Waker Zelda amiibo had fish because you're in the ocean.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Ganon he threw it was like metal bombs or metal boxes that blew up or something.
Something like that.
And then getting that super rare item for the costume in game as well. Or the weapon. I guess the weapons kind of sucks because they break.
Yeah.
Not that I like breaking weapons, but when it's like a special exclusive one, you don't want it to break.
I'd say that the Zelda amiibo were the ones that I probably scanned in the most more than any other game. It's like every day, I'm like, oh yep, got to scan. I'd have them all lined up, my 10 amiibo. Like, get that treasure chest, get that treasure chest, get all this, get all these herbs, get all these mushrooms, get all these fish, and just keep scanning it. But the wolf was my favorite one. And I feel like that was, for people that didn't get it, that's some really cool DLC that it's literally locked behind this little figure.
I sold my Twilight Princess Special Edition box CD game minus the Wolflink amiibo. I'm like, yeah, this thing's worth $200 by itself.
Really?
And I don't want to sell it because it's so good. Like the amiibo is so detailed. It's got a little stand.
I love it. So good. But probably my favorite amiibo that always makes me smile, almost every couple days makes me smile more than any other amiibo in the list. Initially will surprise you, but then you'll know why. 3, 2, 1.
Boo! He glows in the dark.
Boo! Because he glows in the dark. The amount of times, like, you've seen my amiibo display, anyone who's been to my house, or just my amiibo display is similar to yours. They're all out in the open for everyone to see. The amount of times I've had a late night gaming session with the light on, I'm like, all right, time for bed. Turn all the lights off, and then glowing in the dark on the shelf is this little guy. Just look at him. Actually, you know what? I wonder if I can do that live I wonder if it'll show up on the camera.
Oh, Nick.
You know what? You're going to vamp for 2 seconds? I'm going to try.
You can try.
We're going to try.
So it should, if it works out, it should glow green, but I don't know for sure if it will. Mine used to. It was actually really cool. Oh, Nick, it worked.
He's glowing.
It worked.
Look at him glow.
It worked. So yeah, it glows green. It's so cool. Glow in the dark resin. Very special little thing that I added to it. Like, they didn't have to, but
no,
they
absolutely
did.
Not. Like,
and it made it really cool.
Yeah, someone at Nintendo deserves a promotion, like a rise for that one. Just like, hey, we've got a ghost amiibo. Let's make him glow in the dark. No other amiibos do that. None.
Okay, Nick, I've got one amiibo you don't have.
Is it a Jeff amiibo?
No, but actually, people make custom fighter amiibos.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, maybe one day when we get to those 1,000,000 subs. That's not an amiibo, though.
No, it's not an amiibo. It's literally a bottle cap.
Yeah.
Bottle opener.
Yes, but I remember you got that in Japan and you rubbed it in my face when you got back. You're like, check out this amiibo that I got. I'm like, that's not an amiibo. And you're like, it's not, but it's cool.
Nick, how long have we been talking for?
35 minutes. So we got about 5 minutes.
Good.
For the meeting.
This one is the perfect Amiibo, like it's a action figure.
Actually, I take it back. Looking at the recording on Zoom, we've got 3 minutes and 42 seconds left.
Oh, 3 minutes. Well, Nick, how can we end this neatly?
I don't know. I do like that little Link's Awakening amiibo as well. Like it's another one that's just a little bit more unique than the rest of them. Like there's a lot of them that are kind of samey, and not super special. Like even the Boo one, if he didn't glow in the dark, I feel like they're pretty plain. But yeah, the Link one matches the Link's Awakening style. Yeah, that's like, that's another cool.
That came out when the Switch did, right? And I'm like, I didn't need all the Breath of the Wild amiibo. I didn't like the Bokoblin, and I didn't need the horse one.
Ooh, he's struggling.
He's stuck on Link.
He's stuck on Link. If you're listening to the audio one, it's the Guardian. It's one of the
Guardian. Oh yeah, sorry, we haven't said their names. The Guardian one is just so big.
Yeah, and you can like adjust his legs. He's stuck again.
Oh, he's stuck again. Getting stuck in the box.
Yeah, another cool one. You can just adjust it and have it different ways. I like we sort of talked about it before, but the squishiness of the Metroid Amiibo, like that was cool.
So we've got the rest of the Smash Brothers ones to come out, right? There's probably like 6 or 7 more.
Yeah.
We still don't know what they're going to do with Minecraft Steve.
Yeah.
They better have Steve and Alex on the one thing. Otherwise, I'm going to be pissed.
Absolutely, yep. I agree.
I do not want to buy 2.
I think if you could only have one...
And I feel like if it's just Steve by itself, it's not enough.
True. If you could only have one amiibo, like you can't have any others, they all disappear. Which amiibo would you have?
I'll go Poochie.
Poochie, really? Okay, for me it's Wolf Link. I'd definitely have the Wolf Link one. Just like cool functionality. It's a wolf. It's like a Kiba, a dark Kiba. I don't know. I love it. But I guess we better wrap it up. We got a minute and
this was the Amiibo Nick and Jeff show edition.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Leave a comment, please. We like reading the comments. Tell us about your Amiibo stories. Tell us about your favorite Amiibo, or if you hate them, let us know.
Yeah, actually, that's probably good. Yeah, the same questions that we sort of talked about in the podcast, like your favorite Amiibo, your favorite functionality Amiibo, like a cool Amiibo story, your most expensive Amiibo, all that type of stuff. Tell us.
And then if you can find Nick and Jeff on YouTube and on Facebook and on podcast. But maybe if you're listening to this one as a podcast, maybe it's worth watching because we actually put an effort to get all our Amiibo on display.
That's a good point. That is a good point. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like and share and all that sort of stuff. But I guess
and Nick,
we're out of here.
Love you.
Love you too, Jeffrey.
Bye.
Bye everyone. Thanks for watching.
Everyone.